Oh boy, Jim's here. Jim, you're first. What's going on? How are you? Who else can I get here? It's a beautiful day. Halloween month. We are live. Let's wait for a few folks to come here. Catherine from London. Valencia. Jim was first. Patrick, Tammy, Amber, Fran, here they come. Hi guys. How's it going, gang? All right, here they come. Elsie from New Orleans, what's going on? How you guys all doing? You having a good Sunday today? Debbie's here, what's going on? Hey, 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 here they come. It's like a mass horde. You guys are awesome. We're gonna have a little spooky talk today. We're at a pretty cool place. And I'm gonna be a little more incognito today. And I'm not where people think I am. Ha ha ha. Happy Sunday. Wendy Jackson says, hey Kimberly, thanks for the $5. Very cool. Hey Natalie, good to see you again. What's happening? Hello from Michigan. Halloween stuff 2021. All right, yeah, let's talk Halloween. Got a good month. Well, it's always a good month, October, because it's fall and because it's Halloween. Are you guys getting the Halloween? Are you getting fired up for Halloween? I certainly have been this last week. Hey, Mike from New Jersey, what's going on? There's Kathy Myers, one of our faithful. All right, we ready for a little walk today? Hope so. Hey, maybe we should carve pumpkins. Should we do that? I've got a pile of pumpkins over there. Thanks, Laura, for the money, $5. I think that was. It just flew by. Very cool. Hazel's ready. Yeah, I've got quite a lineup for Halloween. Still in editing. All my Halloween stuff. Oh, thank you. I think that was Andrea. Anita. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, I've got all the Halloween stuff done. I got some really, I think, pretty good stuff. I'll tell you a little bit about that. Rock Chalk. Mike says, are you in Lawrence or Kansas City? Let's go, Leanne says. Okay, I'm listening. So let's flip this camera around and let's start walking. Let's start looking at some graves. Thank you. I think that was Sam or Sem. Let's see. Sem Gnome says likes the videos. Videos are pretty good. Well, yeah, let's look at some pictures. Let's look at some stones. And we're not going to guess the cemetery today. We're just going to keep it low key. If you know where I'm at, don't say it if you can avoid it. But I'm not at Resurrection Cemetery. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a little blurry. I have 2 bars. I am in the city. Tommy the Cat's here. That's awesome. Tommy the Cat. Checking in from Florida. That's great. Hey, Carolyn, what's going on? Yeah, let's talk Halloween, man. A lot of pictures here. This looks like a serviceman, maybe World War I. Natalie likes those pictures. Yeah, I've been working real hard traveling the last couple of weeks. Shooting some episodes for you guys. There's a picture of a young man. Isn't that sad? You know, when this picture was taken, you know he was in good health. They never imagined that he was going to pass. The son was going to pass away so soon. There's so many stories like that. This part of the cemetery, there are a lot of kids. This looks like a communion picture or bridal picture. What do you guys think? Is that communion, first communion? Or maybe that's bride. Thank you, Scotsman, for the $5. Well, we have a death date of 1921, but 30. I think this means 30 years old, so that would be a bridal picture, right? 30, that's way too young. Way too young. Oh, look at this one. Irish Eyes is here. What's going on? Serenity Sue. We have the Irish contingent from County Wexford, the sunny side of Ireland. Antonina. So you guys ready to talk about some ghost stories? You guys want to hear a ghost story by chance? I don't know. I don't know if you guys are into Halloween yet, like me. Ashley wants ghost stories. Well, we're going to talk about a ghost story that many of you have heard of, but we're going to get into a little more of the nitty-gritty of the story. Of course you love Halloween. We all love Halloween. Natalie likes the ghost stories. Look at these pictures. They're amazing. How's the picture, guys? Hoping the picture is okay. Let's go this way. UK is trying to do Halloween, but we are not as good as USA. Oh, I don't know about that. But we do it pretty good. We definitely get into it. That is for sure. Look at all these kids, will you? Holy cow. Yeah, there's endless pictures here. You know, it's October and it's 80 degrees, 80% humidity. We just had a bunch of rain come through. I thought, I do this rain or shine. I thought I was going to be in the raincoat and the umbrella. But we are in luck. And the wind died down. I thought we were going to have one of those challenges today with the wind. But it is calm as a cucumber can be. Is a cucumber calm? I don't know where I came up with that one. Anyway, here's a veteran, U.S. Army. Cannot read anything on the stone. Handsome guy. Don't you love those mustaches? No picture there. Well, let's see. So, the story we're going to talk about today is Resurrection Mary. The woman in white who walks Archer Avenue here, still to this. This is a scary story, actually. A lot of people have seen her, and many have said they have picked her up in their car. And when you pick her up, I guess she rides a little bit with you. She's trying to get home, but she never makes it home. Because if you turn your head for a minute, she disappears. This is a new stone here with an old picture. So it shows you, it's an old picture, but it's a new porcelain. This is a brand new porcelain, I can tell, so they can do that. Resurrection Mary it's one of two women or girls here. So starting at Resurrection Cemetery, I did an episode on her and others at Resurrection Cemetery. I will put the link in the description box below here once, tonight, once I process this thing. But well, the one, I think both stories are she was in a car crash in both of the stories. And I have some people pulling over here. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm gonna try and walk this way. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you.
Hey, when you bailed out of that plane, were you really hurt real bad?
Yeah, we were pretty messed up when we bailed out.
Did you ever get the plane back?
No, it's still lost. We're talking about the TBM Avenger. I'm live right now, so I can't talk, but hey, dial up live. I'm live.
All right. Good.
What's your name?
You have a great channel, man.
Thank you. What's your name?
Paul.
Paul?
Yeah.
See you later, gang.
Take care.
All right. Thank you so much. They found me. You guys. I'm trying to be incognito. Didn't work. That's awesome.
By the bushes.
What's that?
My family's by the bushes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, where am I going? Let's go this way. Oh, that was really cool. All right, hold on. Where was I now? So I was talking about Resurrection Mary. It's one of two girls. So she was hit by a car. And the story, and by the way, there is a video, there's an episode I'm going to put out that was done by a woman here. And if I don't know if you're with us here, Britain, if Britain's with us, Britain's on tonight. Britain, huge, came up with this information on this lost cemetery. But Britain works with Ursula Bielski, and she's the ghost hunter here. I shouldn't say ghost hunter, she's paranormal expert, but very classy, it's a fantastic episode I'm going to give you guys the link to that she did, I think, last year. And it includes a lot of ghost stories, but it includes Resurrection Mary, the story. And if I were to talk to anyone, if I were you, or listen to anyone, she's the most legit, knowledgeable person. I have not met her. I hope to meet her someday. But let's see, where am I here? Let's go this way. And let me flip it around so you can see what's going on. There was one grave I was looking for before I start walking to where I want to go. I do have a softball game going on adjacent. But the story of so I was at Resurrection. I did that episode there. I'll put the link in so you can watch it. I think it's Mary Brakovny. And I found what I think is her grave. It may not be her grave, but I marked it. It's on FindaGrave. In fact, if you just search on FindaGrave, Resurrection Mary, Resurrection Cemetery, you'll see the picture I put in there. But there's another woman, and I have to credit Ursula's video. I'll put in the link that she showed a picture of another younger girl. She was almost 13, and she's buried here, and they say she's Resurrection Mary. And I did find her grave, so we're gonna head over that way. Once I get up to this hill, I'm gonna walk up here fast because there's a monument I want to show you. It has a post-mortem. And we got time, right? You guys got time? I got time. Good afternoon, Dennis, sorry about that. It's kind of hard to read. I should have worn my glasses instead of my sunglasses. So she's a Lithuanian girl, and her father took her to the O. Henry, and both stories are the O. Henry, or both women or girls they were dancers and they were going to the O. Henry Lounge, which does not exist anymore. Does not exist. Burned down, torn down. And the story of the girl that's here, that's buried, is her father took her and there was a car accident and she went flying through the window. She was killed. I think it was after the dance. And so what happens is, and that's why I'm not sure it's this girl, but it is said that she's buried here, but you'd think Resurrection Cemetery. Okay, so here's what I wanted to backtrack a little bit. And it's very hard to read, but there's a picture of what looks like a little boy. Oh, I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl in the coffin or casket. It's a little white casket. It says 1990. I don't know why it says 1994 to 1925. It's got to be 1894. It says 1994. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. I'm kind of trying to read. So I'm guessing 1894 to, yeah, but that would be 1 year old. So I don't know what's up with those dates on there. But I saw that when I was driving in. I wanted to check that out up close. So what happens at Resurrection Cemetery, if you go there, is if you're driving at night along Archer Avenue, she walks along the sidewalk there, along the fence, and she's been picked up. She's wearing the white. And she rides with you, and she talks with you, and she's enchanting. But then she disappears. She disappears. And I don't know all the details. I mean, you guys can look it up, but that's kind of the general story. And the other freaky thing at Resurrection Cemetery is the front gate. And again, you can Google this online and see, but they say that one night she was trying to get out. You know, of course, they have these big iron gates. She's trying to get out, and there was somebody that came to off Archer Avenue, and they called the police, or they called security, and they came to get her, and she was gone, of course, right? But her handprints, let me flip this around. On the two bars, or one bar, there was like a handprint, like clutching. Like, I can't use both my hands, but you get the drift. Like, she's clutching the bars. And I saw pictures of it, and the bars were kind of bent. They're really big bars, so it take a lot of strength to do that. Well, then the bars were there for a while, and then they completely cut the bars. Like, if you come here to Resurrection Cemetery, the bar's gone. So either vandals took it, prize seekers, or the cemetery. Probably the cemetery took it. Ah, the shade. Can you believe it? It's like mid-October. It's still like I'm waiting for the day that I can do this live and it's not so humid and hot. I like sweatshirt weather. What about you guys? That's what I like. That's why I like fall. So generally, that's the story of Resurrection Mary. So here we're going to visit the grave of was purported to be the real Resurrection Mary, and she was just about to become 13 years old. And then that all happened, and I guess that is true. Whatever, the accident and all that. I guess you could look it up. But I wouldn't come here at night, even on especially on Halloween. You guys go to cemeteries at night? Anybody? It's never sweatshirt weather in Arizona, here in Mesa. Yes, it is. I've been there. I went golfing once in Tucson. Well, I know that's not Mesa, but Tucson's farther south. And it was like 40 degrees, 50, snowing. I know that's unusual. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's a little girl here. 1925, only lived to be 7 years old. A little after the Spanish flu, but maybe some disease. So I have I think I have a great Halloween lineup for you guys. It's really gonna accelerate. So we have tonight, Britain is the star, who we found that lost cemetery. Now the story about tonight's episode, is I think there's a chance that there's one of two bad things happening. Actually, it could be both. If you look on Google Earth, look up Montrose Cemetery, okay? Montrose Cemetery, very simple, Chicago. And when you zoom in on that cemetery, you will see on the left side, if it's north is pointing up, which it is on Google Earth, the boundary. And then you will see houses. And then it's kind of weird. The houses are between the forest preserve. It was either forest preserve land or it was cemetery property. One of those two. And let me tell you, in Chicago, they don't sell forest preserve land. They just don't. I don't think so. So, but I don't want to accuse anybody or make any assumptions. But if you look on Google Earth, you'll see they're sandwiched in between there. And on the left to the west, you will see a vertical line, which used to be the old railroad spur, okay? I used to hop freight train. Now, I grew up right there, like Britain. I used to hop those freight trains. I hate to admit it, but me and my high school friends, we would hop the freight trains just for the thrill of it. And I know it was dangerous, and we were crazy kids. One of the kids, I was on the swim team from Steinmetz High School, got his legs cut off doing that. So we heard about that, so we stopped doing it. But one of my friends, Terry McKenna, as the boxcars were flying by, we were running alongside, and we encountered the bridge, the wooden bridge. Well, it wasn't wood, it had like wood railings and a wood plank floor. And I'll never forget that Terry's foot went down through a hole, and he like almost fell through as the boxcars were flying by. And the boxcars have those ladders that go down towards the ground, not all the way. And those things were just missing his head. So you just think about all the crazy stuff you do, right? At least us guys. And all the crazy stuff we did. But anyway, getting back to the subject, that is an old railroad line. Now, where we went is to the right of that line, okay? To the east of that line. So between that line and the homes, there's a sliver of little woods, and that's where it is. So what we're trying to find out is, and this is just going to be getting the word out. That's what we're doing. We're just getting the word out with this episode. And it's spooky in there. And we've got some murder stories, and there's a murder and a ghost house that was back there, all kinds of other stuff. But this is just putting the word out. And then we're going to see, our crowdsourcing, Faces of Forgotten, what comes out of it. Because we're just showing. We're not accusing anybody of anything. We're just showing what's going on. And it is appalling to think about, because these are not These are like really nice tombstones that are just gravestones that are thrown. These are real people, and we have pictures of some of them. We have pictures of some of them. Boy, all of these, many of these have pictures on them. Look at this. Isn't this? So we were here at St. CASMIR. We've been here. I did a live here. I don't know if you guys remember. So that's tonight's episode. And then next Sunday, got a pretty cool episode of a witch, a murder location. And then we go to the cemetery and there is a famous witch. And it's pretty intriguing. We got the drone going. It's pretty cool stuff. I'm really pleased at how that one went. I just edited a episode today of a teen suicide where they ran her 3 days after her headstone was placed. After they finally were able to afford it, some knuckleheads came in there and ran it over with the car and smashed it. Look at this picture. 1930. Wow. So that's 17 years old. Look at that. If I've missed anybody on the money, I apologize, because I'm just looking where I'm going. And I do thank you for that. I just can't really, let me see here, hold on. Yeah, I can't really tell, but this is just an outstanding photo. Look at that. So you never know what you're gonna find. And you never know who's gonna find you when you come to the cemetery. That's kind of a first. Although I will admit, when I was at, where were we last week? I was at Oakland in Woodstock. I swear, if you're watching, there was a woman who came in and like circled me and went right to the Stompanato grave. Little too coincidental. And I waved and she waved. So that's cool, but you're busted. I'm gonna have to start really going incognito, huh? Speaking of Ursula, so yeah, I'll put Ursula's, you gotta watch the video. It's really good. It's cinematic. I love that cinematic stuff. That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying not to put out a ton of quantity. I'm trying to put out quality and intriguing stories. And we're averaging, we're slowing it down just a little bit. We're averaging about 2 a week now, sometimes 3. Halloween week, I'm gonna have 3. So speaking of, getting back to that Halloween week, as we come down the stretch, oh, okay, so, so next Sunday, so no live next Sunday, okay? Because I'm gonna be on a flight back. I'm going to the West Coast tomorrow for a week. I'm gonna be shooting some stuff that I have planned and really think you guys will like. Not the usual stuff, not the usual Hollywood stuff. Anyway, I won't be able to do live next Sunday because I will be flying back to Chicago. I'll be on the plane. So no live, but I will have the Sunday night. That's gonna be The Witch. And then the following Sunday, oh gosh, what's that? Just before Halloween, I've got another episode. I can't remember what it is, but Halloween week, maybe that's Halloween week already. I've got, let's go this way. One of the stories, oh, by the way, I've got to give a shout out before I forget. A guy named Don, I'm not going to say his last name, sent $500. Thank you so much. It was the one video at Montrose Cemetery where the kid killed his family. $500. So again, all you guys, it's really making a big difference by doing that. Very generous. All Patreon and the donations on PayPal and all this stuff you're doing here. So speaking of that, we did, I'm just kind of pivoting around a little bit in the conversation, but before I forget. So Jacob Carpenter, we did get a hold of the engraver. He's a great guy. His name's Art. And he said, when I come back from California, I'm taking you with me. We're gonna show the gang how we do this, how we make these carvings. So we're gonna get to do that. Look at Clint Eastwood. That's Uncle Jay, I think. $5, thank you. Very generous. So Susan Graff, I think it's Susan Graff. She's one of our viewers. She gave me a lead on a story 6 months ago. I've been saving for Halloween, of a family that was murdered. And I was able to find the location where the ruins were. And it's in the woods. And I did it right at dusk to dark with the flashlight, headlight, drone, the whole deal. That's going to be Halloween night, Halloween day. So Halloween day on the 31st, it's a Sunday, right? I did check. We are going to do a live. So I think that's, yeah, so next week, okay, so here, wait, let me think. Next Sunday, no live. Then I'll be back, I'll be able to do a live. I don't know if that's Halloween or final week, but anyway, Halloween, whatever day Halloween is on, it is on a Sunday. I'm going to do a live at what I think is the creepiest, spookiest cemetery in Chicago, or this whole area, my opinion. Carol, thanks for the $5. Thank you, thank you. And we're gonna do the live, and then we're gonna have that family murder. And let's see, I've got another scary one too. I got the witch, I got the family murder. Oh, yeah, the mausoleum guy. Okay, so yeah. So that week is gonna be like 3 episodes of really spooky and kind of just intriguing stories that are Halloween stuff. So we got some good Halloween stuff. So anyway, I've just been blabbering away. Oh, the clocks go back an hour on the 31st. That's a good heads up. Great heads up. We got to remember that, because that's going to throw things off a little bit for sure. Lots of stuff going on. Can't wait to watch. And in between, I did do the episode on the Ripper crew. Shout out to JT, one of our viewers. She helps us a lot, even with some of the ancestry stuff. JT, I gotta tell you, that one took a lot out of me emotionally. It's the worst of the worst. Worse than Gacy, worse than Manson. And I don't like to do a lot of that stuff, but you know, the victims need to be remembered. But that just, I was gonna do another one, and I was at, funny story, yesterday I was going to do a story on another similar murder, well, no, they're all bad. And I couldn't, because I just didn't have it in me after that Ripper crew. And then I was at the wrong cemetery anyway, trying to find the section. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even at the right cemetery. First time, I think that's the first time I've ever done that. So then I tried to head into that cemetery, and I was like, oh, I just don't want to do this story. I just don't have it in me. So I said, I'll just go to Graceland. So I went to Graceland, guys, did 2 episodes there, kind of like the Mount Carmel, where we just walk. And we already did the famous people. I just did some intriguing stuff there. Oh, look at that. There's one that fell over. Have to alert the, hey, Durwood, good to see you, $5, thank you. It's kind of sad. Susanna, $5, thank you so much, with the little fox. This looks like, I don't know if I can point this. Yeah. Isn't that sad? Now, you know, a lot of times they have, let's see here, they have anchors. And by the way, these should be on foundations. Lately, some people are not doing foundations. I've got an episode coming out this week that I did at the monument company of the Troost, 5 generations, the Troost family. They're right down the street from Mount Carmel. And I take you back into the factory. You get to see how they make these. Really interesting. I've got that coming out this week. Lorraine, $10, thank you. Flying through the air there. And talking to him, I've learned a lot of things, a lot of new things, always learning here. And he said, yeah, these are supposed to be on foundations, all of these. And he told me that, oh wait, who's that? It's $10 from Karen, thank you. There's a little boy. Yeah, the one thing that I found interesting is that he said he does like our work here at Faces of the Forgotten. And he's having his people review our videos, the new people. And more for information on Chicago cemeteries. Not that I'm any professor on all of this, but I think it's more of that. But I thought that was pretty cool. This little boy does not have any inscription. Now, it might be that he's still alive. That's a picture, and he's, I don't know, in his 70s or 80s, and maybe that's what's going on there. I'm gonna walk backwards. So that's kind of what's going on. I'm gonna try and read what you guys are saying. Sorry, I've been pretty focused on these pictures. It's really hard to just keep seeing the next one. You just wonder what their stories were. D. Summers, $10, thank you. I can't read the screen. We've got to get out of the sun again here. Sinus Jonas. Looks like. (1941). It's when we entered World War II. I just wonder what happened. All right, let's get out of the sun. I gotta find some shade. Okay, let's head this way. Let's just run over this way, because my screen has gone dark and I can't see what you guys are saying. Sorry, I've been blabbering away. I like to focus on what you guys are saying. Once I get over here, I can see better. We'll take a little respite in the shade. Look at this. Look at the deer. Did you guys see the deer? Oh my gosh, I'm heading right towards it. I saw 2 huge bucks. I'm gonna look away like I don't see it. I'm looking to my left. You guys see the deer right in front of me? It's about 15 feet away. I'm not looking at them. Well, just they think I don't see them. Oh, there they go. Oh boy. Hey guys. All right, see you later. I saw 2 huge bucks in here, 10 pointers. And one of them was pretty roughed up, like it was in a fight. Man. All right, we are close to Resurrection Mary's grave. Do you guys want to see her grave? What might be the real Resurrection Mary? You got white flagged, Uncle Jay says. Yeah, deer are beautiful. All right, we're in the shade. Now I can see what you guys are saying here. Kylie Cook. Okay, Ron. Dawn love your work. Thank you. Amanda, how can they tell who might be the real Resurrection Mary? Well, you got to do your own homework. I actually think, if you were to ask me, it's a 50-50. It could easily be, but my only argument against why this wouldn't be Resurrection Mary here is that she's not buried at this is not Resurrection Cemetery. There's a statue there. And by the way, speaking of the statue, Joe Reinhold's, we're still working on that. And I was right. These cost, not this one, this is a smaller one, but a decent, bigger one it's about $8,000. And I'm gonna pay for it once we get permission. Hello from South Texas, Naomi, how are you doing? Glad you're hanging out with us. All right, we are getting close. And you can, I didn't bring a picture along of her, but you can look her up on the internet. She's beautiful. So again, this is the one who was just about to turn 13. Her father brought her to the dance at the O. Henry, big dance hall. And she had the time of her life and then killed on the way home. I think that's the story. It might be wrong. Oh, you know what? So the last name is Norkus. And I found 2 Norkuses, but here's a third one right here. Now her name was Anna, or started with an O. I can't remember. You can look up on the internet. But I see a John, Elizabeth, 2 Johns. They passed away recently. So Norkus must be either a very common name or back in the sun. Sorry, can't see. But I've got to find the stone now. It's right around here. Let's see. We are within feet of, well, who might be Resurrection Mary. And we've got some people here. I don't want to, starting to get close. Hold on. All right, I think it's around here. Gosh, where is it? Did they disappear? So weird. I thought it was right here. Now I can't find it. We'll find it. Oh, here it is, here it is. Okay, so this is it here. Okay. Ona. It says Motina. I think that means, does that mean daughter in Czech or Lithuanian? So this is it, guys. 1883, no, this isn't right. It says Ona, 1883 to 1980. Well, that can't be her. 103? But I think her first name was Ona. So I don't know. So, you know, we're just kind of on this discovery mission. And if that's, I think she was 13 years old when she died. If you go on FindaGrave, and I don't know if it shows her grave, but there's another one. There's another Norkus I thought was over here. Hold on. Yeah, here's another Norkus. But I don't see. So here's the challenge. So I see a Francis, William, Jacqueline, Thomas. So the challenge is the name even Norkus? Who is the Lithuanian girl who was killed, who was 13 years old? You go on FindaGrave. We'll have to come back another time to find out where she is buried, because I was led to believe this was it, but looking at that date, 1883 to 1980, 103, right? There's no way. So if you go to Resurrection Cemetery, I'll put the link in. I think I did map it too, and you can see where she is buried there. And it was misleading before the FindaGrave. I think I did it last year. It was misleading. showed somewhere else or somebody else. So I've done the best I can. Here's two children. Oh, well, this may be earlier pictures of them, nonetheless. Because it just shows death dates. It says mother and father. Well, those could be the kids, who knows? Sorry about that. All right. So that's the Resurrection Mary story. Let's look at a few more pictures here. This is the one cemetery that I'm at, St. Casimir. This is the one place that I've seen where the families really come out to celebrate their families, and they are like, Jerry, I think it's Jerry Cook, $5, thank you. Celebrate the lives of their ancestors, and they are literally picnicking here in many places. Pretty cool. Cemeteries are a place for the living. Should be. It's coming back. I know when I was growing up, it was taboo. You didn't go see grandma or grandpa. I asked once and I was told, we don't talk about that. So it's like the kid that never got to do whatever he wanted to do. He does it in multiple when he's old enough, maybe to rebel, I don't know. But it's kind of like if you can't have it and you want it, you're gonna do it big time. I don't know if that's why I do this. All right, I'm heading back to the shade. Boy, if you go to northern Wisconsin where my cabin is, it's like 10 or 20 degrees colder. The leaves are in full bloom. They're probably already falling off the trees. And here it's, guys, I'm like sweating. It's like, I'm staying in the shade. That's it. I'm not going to the sun anymore. I mean, come on. Bring fall on here. Any of you guys having some good weather? I'm sure some of you have written. When's your birthday? I'm not telling you. Nobody knows my birthday. It's in August, I'll just tell you that. Warm in Bloomington? Yeah, you're south of us here, right? 60, yeah, that's what I'm, the aging, 68 degrees, central Wisconsin, the aging beginner. I'm with you, man. I'll bet Mercer's like low 60s. You know, it's 1,000 feet higher up there. So you've got the latitude issue going, and then you've got the elevation going. Man, that's where to be. I wish I was there now. I'm sure it's going to cool down here any day. Oh, I'm kind of circling the deer again here. We'll leave them alone. We'll let them do their thing because next month they're all going to be mating in what's called the rut. And all the people in Wisconsin, central Wisconsin, are going to be out looking for deer. You know what I mean. I don't do that, but... Oh, here's a veteran. Anthony. 1922 to 1952. I'm guessing he may have lost his life in the Korean War. I don't know. Had to be, right? What do you think? Thank you for your service, Anthony. Well, I hope the picture's good. I hope you can see that. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up because I am sweating my butt off and I want to get home to watch the premiere tonight. Do you know I watch my stuff with you guys and it's really fun. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Remember, next Sunday, no live. Then the following Sunday, I think that's Halloween. So we're going to do it all Halloween day. We're going to hit it hard. And it's been great. Thanks for all the donations. Really appreciate it. And stay safe, okay? All right, guys.